And basically, Kurt had, he basically just got upset,
Just
and
cuss
kind
them
of
out.
cussing him out, giving him what it was, making it do what it do, and let him know that he's holy, but he got hands. We wanted to talk about today. There's a lot of, controversy about this topic, and we wanted to give our side, from Couples Connect on it. And we are talking about none other than what you guys are hearing about
Our boy,
Kirk Franklin. Some of you may
our
not
dude.
know, but he is the gospel like superstar, the stomp to it's a new day, all that good stuff. But he was actually recorded by his estranged son, adult son, and he basically recorded him having a difficult conversation, and Kirk
A difficult conversation.
a heated um frictional conversation. And basically, Kurt had, he basically just got upset,
Just
and
cuss
kind
them
of
out.
cussing him out, giving him what it was, making it do what it do, and let him know that he's holy, but he got hands, so
That he wanted to lay.
yeah, yeah.
On
So
him.
what?
He wanted to lay on his
Oh, okay,
ankles.
got
Yes.
you. Lay hands on him.
Yes.
You can't say lay on
Hands,
him.
feet, foot.
You can't say lay on him. That's
Okay.
but he wanted to lay hands on the dude. And people are, everybody's giving their comments and their feedback, and you got some people saying this dude is a gospel pioneer, so to speak, been through
I
the
mean, he
years,
is.
and really showing a different side of himself that we've never heard or seen before. And some people are with him, some people are against him, and it's an interesting situation. So
So where are we? Are we with him or against him or what?
um
That's what we wanted to talk about today.
yeah, yeah, I thought she was asking me.
I am.
Oh,
I mean, I know the answer,
right.
but I'm just,
So this is how I feel that we are parents, we have a tough job, right? And there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes inside your house, inside closed doors, that a lot of us would be ashamed of if it got out.
we got 5 kids.
We got 5 kids, so y'all could imagine. Y'all
Four of
could
them are
imagine.
adults.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, it's tough. It's tough to be a parent, number one. Number two, sometimes, I feel like sometimes if you tried all of the different ways to, you know what I mean? Communicate, get your point across, especially when you talking to an adult person.
Come on now.
That
How we might have to use different language.
sometimes you got to switch it up.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to switch it up. So I personally, I don't condemn Kirk for doing what he did.
No, when Akita woke me up and he was like, "Did you hear about Kirk Franklin?"
It was like what?
I thought it was late.
I
thought something had happened.
It was like 12 o'clock.
Like no, we didn't lose another one.
Right.
Like what? And then he was like, "Oh, he played the video," and I'm like, "Oh."
She turned back over.
Yes, I went back. I'm like, and join the club of. Come on now.
Right. Like, come on. Like, you're 30. What is he? 30?
32.
32.
Why are you recording him? Number one.
There
was no good intent in recording him at 32 years old.
Yeah. He definitely had an agenda. Yeah. This wasn't about trying to get his dad to realize certain things or to express like how he felt. It was not about that. He was trying to
play him out. He was trying to throw him under the bus.
You knew what you was trying to do. And wanted to put it on social media and make it this big old controversy. And
you thought it was going to matter to us, but it don't matter.
See?
It does not matter to me because I think just from our own experiences, these kids, like your kids have a way of really getting under your skin.
Oh yeah.
And I could be praying in a room with all the oil and everything, and they could do something.
Take you right out.
That take me right up and out. But you know what? I think
you'd be like, Lord, just hold the spot real quick. I'll be right back.
What are you doing? Because like we've had like this has been an ongoing type thing. Yeah. This is not just like out the clear blue sky. You just tried something.
Right.
And so I feel like we definitely need to extend him grace. Well, people who are judging him need to extend him grace. And I feel like if you have been that auntie, that uncle, that mother, that father in that space, you completely understand.
Hmm.
And he is us and we are him.
Right. I
And
mean, and not to
yeah,
mention, like, what only separates us is that he is on a different platform.
right.
Like, we've all been there. We've all been there. And I just, like, I feel it's so shocking that in this day and age, we are at a point where somebody has to apologize for what's
Yeah.
going on in their family.
I didn't feel like he needed to do that.
Like,
I didn't feel like he needed to
no.
apologize. I didn't even need to hear nothing else. I already knew what was going on. There's
Hmm.
some other stuff going on, and we start intertwining or getting into family matters with like
Right.
kids and parents and them coming of age and wanting to do different things and
Hmm.
having their feelings and their opinions and
And
you
acting
know
out. Like, they
about
will act out.
right.
And, parents got to switch it up on them, have to increase the intensity. Like, we've
Especially when
we've done
disrespect
this.
happens because
Yeah.
there's like no way, well, I speak for us, but there's like no way as parents, the time, what was that Shirley Caesar song? She was like, oh gosh, oh my Lord, what is that Shirley Caesar
Shout
song?
out to Shirley Caesar.
She was like, for all the times that I did this for you, for all the labor pains that I had for you, for all the like no charge. That's what she
Right,
said. I
right.
think they wanted the kid came up
Preach,
wanted
Shirley.
to charge for
Preach.
something. And she was like, it wasn't no charge when I birthed you. It wasn't
Mm.
no charge when I took care of you and fed you and all
Mm-hmm.
this kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like, sometimes our kids, especially our adult kids, they don't really understand
Yeah.
until they start having their own and they start having to be that parent and the shoe flips.
Yeah.
And
And
that
you know what? It's our job to bring them back down to humility, or to back to earth and their senses, because kids, I think, at one point all struggle with a sense of entitlement, you know what I
and
mean?
respect.
And respect. And it's at that moment that they have to make those conscious decisions which way they're gonna go.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And we got to do what we have to do and it can't be drastic measures, but we
Hmm.
have to do what we have to do to bring them back down to earth. You know what I mean? Remind them of certain things.
And somebody said sometimes they don't understand our regular language.
Right.
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 Sometimes they
Right.
don't understand, like sometimes certain like words spark certain levels of intensity
Hmm.
that you need to understand that we're functioning at right now.
Right. Who hasn't? I mean,
I don't know
it's
because
just the
I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I
right.
ain't cuss people
And the
out.
most people who are saying things against it are only those people whose mess have not gotten out there yet. Come on. We all have our skeletons, we all have our things that we're going through, and the entire conversation or the post itself was one-sided.
It
It didn't even
was.
include all of the information,
It was.
so I didn't want to. I'm never the type to just jump onto something like that without finding out more before I'm making my
And why does
decision.
the world need to know?
Right.
Like you had an argument. I could see if you want to tell your aunt, your cousin, your mother, your grandmother. But why do millions of people who don't know
Hmm.
y'all, why do we need to know
Yeah.
that your dad is cussing you a grown man out
Right.
or getting on you a grown man? Why do we all need to know that?
Right. And regardless if he's Christian, if he's Buddhist, if he's whatever, he's still human.
Right.
He's still human, and we all deal with stuff. And we
Right. How
don't.
does cussing not make you Christian
Right.
anymore?
Exactly. Exactly. We know nothing about what happened prior. We know nothing about the struggle that they've been dealing with for years. Know nothing about that. We just get one piece of information and come and just immediately want to, like,
Yeah.
disregard him. You know what I mean? And all of the work that he's done. You know.
I'm like going, first of all, let me just say, love Kirk Franklin because he has been in the forefront of controversy since
For a
he
long time.
started, right?
Hmm.
Because of the type of music that he was doing, the type
Right.
of collaborations that he would do.
Hmm.
So he is not a stranger from like public like ridicule or people judging him.
Yeah.
And then even with his thing with pornography,
Right.
he's just always,
And he's been open about it.
yeah, his
He's
whole
been
thing
open
with
about it.
the music thing and the people suing him and stuff or whatever.
Yep.
So like
Yeah.
if we know, y'all should know by now the man is human. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah. We're all human.
I,
We're all human. We've not arrived. Like, you know what I mean? So I just think that, and I love how this is kind of like backfiring to, the guy, the son.
is it? I haven't even been following.
Well, that night I looked at some of the responses, and people were like, Kirk Franklin's cursing just blessed my whole
Right.
life.
Thank
You
you.
know, they then mixed the
We not the only ones.
they mixed his conversation with his stomp song and like made it like the intro. Like people are really looking this like, really, guy, are you serious? Like,
Like this ain't nothing new. This happening in
yeah,
households all across America.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Come on now.
In
And
fact,
beyond.
I think that Kirk is going to get more fans from this than even before.
And more respect.
Yeah,
It speaks, I think, to his humanity.
exactly.
And like you're not just living this perfect life,
Right.
singing these perfect songs and
Yeah.
just and not having the reality of real situations. And I think it also brings like you can be doing the will and the work of God and still have struggles,
Right.
right? Still
Yeah.
have things that are not exactly perfect in your family,
Yeah.
right? Everybody is their own individual and has their own walk. And
Right.
you can only do the best that you can do, but you're not going to be disrespecting somebody
That is not going to
and
happen.
think that you're not about to get blessed with some
As a parent, I
other
mean, what did Shirley
language.
say? At no
She said
charge?
no
As a
charge.
parent,
It
no
wasn't no
charge?
yeah, I gotta get that
Come
song.
on.
We gotta try to see if maybe you can insert that. I know you don't want to
And the
do like editing. Like no child. It's a good song.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look it up.
y'all look it up. Shirley Caesar, no charge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I completely agree. And I don't think that people are necessarily condoning, cursing at your kids or grown adults in this instance. But like I think, like you said, they really love to see the humanity of Kirk.
Right.
He didn't, it wasn't his doing to put this stuff out. He just had to deal with it. And the way he handled it, I thought was still professional. I don't think he had to apologize about anything, but he really handled it in a way like, I'm owning my moment, you know, and we got to respect that.
And the apology, I think, although I really, really, I felt bad that he had to
Hmm.
apologize, but I mean, I get why he would, just because people may have questions, right? So if you want to get answers, let me give you the answers, I
Yeah.
guess. But um, I feel bad. I just think about myself or us in different situations that
Hmm.
we've been in. It is like completely stressful to be, dealing with issues in your family,
Hmm.
that when you're not seeing eye to eye and you're not seeing eye to eye for years.
Yeah.
You
Well, the
know what I
way he
mean?
said it was a toxic relationship,
Right. So
imagine,
that's already stressful in and of itself. And
yep.
then now I have to present myself before people who don't know us,
Right.
people who ain't lived this thing. And that was when one of my girlfriends posted about it. And I just said, before people start speaking, how about they lived or walked this 14-year journey that he's had, or however many years it's been,
Hmm.
10
Hmm.
year journey that he's been going through. Like if you haven't been there with them while they've been going through these things.
Yeah. And to have the platform that you have, or all of like the least bit amount of info that news people or reporters get, they can just put your stuff out there. Like that's a tense amount of pressure. He has a lot of pressure being an artist and a father and a husband, and then dealing with a toxic relationship with a family member. Like that's a lot to deal with.
And you got the other kids you got to take care
Yeah,
of.
it's a
So
lot to deal with. Yeah, so kudos to you, Kirk.
we
We we
praying for
we support you.
you. Yes.
I might see if I can download some of your old joints and
I've been listening. Hosanna.
yeah.
Silver and Gold. He probably got more plays than he.
He's Kirk got hits for days, for
Oh,
days.
Kirk
Yep.
Franklin, let me just say, he brought me through some times,
Mm-hmm.
okay? His
Mm-hmm.
music brought me through some times.
Yeah.
And I know other people that I've spoken to that was like, I wasn't trying to listen to all that other stuff, but I would listen to Kirk Franklin. And so
Yeah.
I know that, y'all, we just need to be more grace, give people
Yeah.
more grace.
Yeah. The real measure of someone is seeing how they handle things in the times of adversity,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then also seeing what is their what has their life said, and he has had way more good than bad. People fall, people make mistakes, but what do you do with that mistake?
And it seems to me, I mean, because you would Google him, he's done a whole bunch of interviews. He's not one to run away from
Accountability.
right.
Yep.
He's up here, he's like, all right, let me come on here and tell him such and such. Let me tell my business. Let me tell,
And he did it quick. It was like the next day or
yeah,
something like that,
yeah.
So come on.
I mean, I think back, I mean, personally, after that whole pornography thing, which I still didn't even really feel, that he had to share, but just choosing to like come, the man cussed,
Right.
okay.
He can't get it right all the time. Like
Sometimes, and then when you talking to, and it's not okay. Now, if he was cussing and he was like 9, 10, 11 years old, I mean, and
exactly.
let's be honest, people do that, cuss
Yeah.
out their little kids. It's a grown man.
Right. And like
It's a
again, we
grown
don't know the
man.
entire conversation. What was the son saying to him to bring about that? Kirk said that
Well, we could look on his
he said
Instagram to find.
he said he actually called the therapist on the
Yeah,
phone and he chose not to release that portion of it.
of course.
People are going to adjust things and change it to fit their narrative, you know. I personally I want to see like what other things is this son dealing with, because it definitely has to be something internal,
I mean,
that
yeah, yeah. I definitely because he was talking about um and even in that, he was very respectful, not to just say what everything is, but that
hmm
it's been a long time because he could have used that opportunity to talk about a lot more stuff. But
yeah,
all he did was, apologize for his choice of words, which again, I don't even feel every time I say that, I'm like, you don't
yeah,
even have to do this.
nope.
You don't even have to do this. But I think it's very hard parenting. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hello.
It's very hard, a continuous journey.
hmm
And I just think grace.
Grace. We are not perfect. We don't always get it right. It's always a journey. So cut Kirk some slack. He'll he is definitely an example even still. You
And
know.
our kids better never record us and post us on social.
Listen, cut off. Cut off. No.
You better never.
I'll be like,
Okay.
I'ma stick
Let's
my
not let's
foot up
not
your
start a trend. Okay. Let's not do that.
mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But I mean, I pray for the family, and I hope this kid gets. I'm
This
saying kid,
man.
this man, this grown man. I hope he gets the help that he needs, so that there can be some type of restoration. It's got to be tough for families not to be able to be connected as they should. So I hope he gets help.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this could be a cry for somebody to reach out to him,
Mm-hmm.
that he can connect with and really do some soul searching, get his stuff together, and they can make things right. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So we're praying for y'all and
yeah,
we
we feel
understand.
you.
And our vote is you ain't need to apologize.
Nope. Kirk, if you need to call us just to talk.
Wait, I don't know. We'll pray with you.
Yeah, we'll pray with you. We with you,
You're not
man.
alone.
Not alone. And yeah, just keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah.
But interested to see what you guys think, what your thoughts are, your comments. Let us know. Do you support it? Do you not support it? You feel them or feel like it was a little overboard? We are interested to hear what you have to say.
And be sure to share, follow, like, and
Mhm.
click the link. Is there a link? Yeah.
Hit that bell
Yes.
to get those
Whatever.
reminders. Uh, you know, support, and we got a lot of great content. So check us out. But we always love having these conversations with you guys, and we will see you soon.